What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody else to wear them.
I think while I lie awake and contemplate tonight are wearing me out. Well, maybe tomorrow the world will wake and get it right, but I have my doubts, yeah. During the day, well, I design machines of war that scream through the sky. 'Cause I, for one, I like to go to bed free at night under these stars and stripes. And I have my doubts that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubts, and I have my doubts that we'll make it back out. Yes, I have my doubts, but they'll wind you up and pull the cord until you're spun right out. And I don't understand. Roll the dice and raise the price to feed the machine's mouth. Call it the progress of man. And I have my doubt that we're coming out. Yes, I have my doubt. And I have my doubt that we'll make it back out. I have my doubts, so I'll drink my stuff and raise some hell and shoot my guns to the end of my time. You can have the booze and go to hell and take the guns, but I know they won't be mine. Messed up and out of touch, let's text someone who's in the other room. So don't wonder why we don't say hi or know anyone. I might as well move to the moon. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. So maybe I'm wrong. Well, I hope that I'm wrong. Well, the things I think, well, I lie awake and contemplate at night. Wearing me out.
Good evening. Hope you're all doing well. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but I've never been a normal dog. Wow. I'm sure many of you know people that kind of, especially older people, that give a big thumbs down on technology and stuff like that. And it's largely because they don't understand it. And I'm not one of those people, right? I never needed to hire a teenage neighbor kid to come set my VCR, or anything of the sort. Nor did I need the neighbor teenage kid to come over and set my computer up or my VR up, which is what I'm referring to. I'll tell you what, that has got to be some of the coolest stuff. That is fun. That is a lot of fun. And I would say that if you're looking for something fun to do, you got money to blow, because, yeah, you got to have some of that. Man, I'll tell you what, that Quest 2 is really neat. I was actually reading an article earlier today. I might actually be able to do the news show from VR, and I think I'm gonna try it as soon as I learn enough. I'm a long way from that shit. I don't even know how to answer messages yet. I did what it told me to do, and it was no luck. Jimmy Crack Corn from the chat here had messaged me, and it was popping up on my screen that he had messaged me, and it was telling me, hit your Oculus key for options or whatever. So I hit it at nothing. Now I was in link mode or whatever, so I was connected to my computer when that was going on. So I took my headset off because I had to go in the other room real quick, and I took my headset off, went in another room, came back and put my headset on, and the link was like, I won't say disabled, but it was like put on standby, I guess. It wasn't on the screen anymore. My regular home screen thing was there, and then I seen all the messages right there, and it let me reply and all that. It was pretty cool. And then I had to go back to my link to get back to my desktop to go into Sim. But anyway, I haven't figured that out yet, exactly how I'm supposed to get to different stuff on it. There's a lot, so it's going to take me a little while. But I was reading an article, and I know that I can broadcast out to you guys. So when I'm in VR, imagine a video window that's split in the middle, and you have this kind of the same thing scrunched on both sides. Something similar to that. Well, that's what VR is kind of like when you look at it on a monitor. But there are programs out there that will turn that around and put it out into a regular 2D image like you're used to. That I can actually input into OBS. And so my point being is I might actually be able to set up a pretty cool little news show. Meaning cool little effects, like me being able to throw a screen up and, literally move my hand and throw the screen up there, and then move my hands and resize it or move it to the side or whatever. Just kind of cool stuff. And I think that would actually also be not only for you a more entertaining way to watch the news, but it would actually be easier for me if I could just have everything just kind of set up around me, and then you guys see what's dead in front of me, and I can just grab things from off the side and throw it in front of me, and then that's what you guys see. It would actually make it easier than what I'm doing here, which isn't hard, but sometimes you can get a little bit lost in windows and tabs and all of that stuff. Well, if I had everything all laid out, I can go from floor to ceiling. I mean, it's cool. It is really, really neat. But anyway, so I did another 9 holes of golf today, and I will tell you that if you ever get the opportunity to golf with me, don't. Unless you're golfing against me. If you're golfing against me, well then it's, all fair and love and war. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that the high numbers when it comes to strokes aren't good. So I suck at golf, but I enjoy the hell out of it. So anyway, that's pretty much a lot of what I did today. As I played with that stupid thing, figuring different things out, got into the sim, got things out, worked out a little bit smoother, so my graphics are better. And at the same time, it's not all skippy and skittery. And that is what really blew my mind today. Jimmy Crack Corn, and I had seen the mod before. There's a 420 bush trip mod that is available. And it's basically what it is. It's like a mission where you're a drug runner and you're hauling drugs by plane, right? It's kind of cool, funny. But anyway, so I was helping him get it all installed and stuff, and I just figured I'll fly to the first location to see what it's like. And I don't think I actually landed where I was supposed to, but I landed in a very, very challenging spot that there ain't no way in hell that I could have done that without VR. There was just no way. I wouldn't have seen the depth perception to know there was a hole where I could get into the area. I guess there was a space between trees that you wouldn't really, because there was a bunch of trees there, and there was only like one or two trees that were a little shorter than the others, but it gave me the perfect little doorway, if you will, and I would have never been able to see that on a 2D monitor. And so that is awesome. I really can't wait. Still getting queasy, still getting a little bit sick, so I can only do it for a little bit at a time. Then I'll whip around a little quick or whatever, and then my stomach starts to go. So, they say that that's largely for the people that are doing the stand-up type of stuff. But no, it does it when you sit down, too. You get whipping around in a plane and whipping your head around and stuff like that. You will get queasy. But I think that'll get better. People say that gets better over time, so. But yeah, it's one of those things, if you've got the money to do it, it's something really cool to experience. It really, truly is. I never would have imagined. I mean, is it perfect? No. It's not perfect. But it's a damn sight better than nothing. So, a damn sight better than 2D. Jen put it on, well, I said this the other night. Jen put it on the other day and watched, I forget, Dreamscapes or something that comes with Oculus. And anyway, it's just insane. She put the headset on the other day and got to see it. Got to see a dinosaur come right up to her and get in her face. It's cool. I love that dinosaur. And then there's an alien too. That probably my favorite's the alien. I don't know though. I like the very first one's like, I don't know if it's a nuclear reactor or what it is that you're in, but that one, I like it. I just wished it would actually done something. Anyway. Even watched a little bit of YouTube today with it. Just for the hell of it, Kind of cool. You're sitting there, you're right, and you got this big screen on the wall in front of you. You're like at a movie theater. It's pretty cool. I know. Quit talking about toys. All right. I don't get excited over stuff like that too often, so I really can't wait to use my flight stick. It's been sitting behind me and it's been calling out my name ever since it showed up. And I've got to redo Windows and everything on my computer because I've got the major clusterfuck going on, I believe. So I need to redo Windows on my computer, and then I need to move the files back and forth, I guess is the best way to put it, for Flight Sim, unless I just don't download an entirely new copy, which I might do. So, I'm waiting for the rudder pedals for that, though, too. So I got rudder pedals coming. They had a set. The Logitech X52 flight stick back years ago. Who was it? what SciTech is who made it. And I guess maybe SciTech got bought out or something. I don't know. But now Logitech makes the X52. They call it the GX52. Same thing. And then they have rudder pedals that will go with it, that'll work with it. So first time ever that is aside from a real airplane. All right. So I guess you guys came for news, not to hear about my goofy ass and my activities through the day. Quite a few articles, 8 today, actually. I'm just going to kind of run through them. I'm here, you know. Let's see. Thank goodness my stomach stopped cramping. We ate, I had some little smoky beef things, little link things. They were beef. They've been in the freezer for a while. I grabbed them out along with the rest of our garlic parmesan chicken and cooked it all up earlier. And I think maybe the grease from the little smokies got me a little bit earlier. Man, my stomach was tearing me a new one. All right. That's what a web browser looks like. Cool, huh? On that, I'm going to have a sip of coffee. That was a lot of work, me pushing that button, I'll have you know. Had to take my break. All right, next. Pornhub blocks access for U.S. state. Wow. So, Mike, you're not into porn. Why would you even put that as a title for your show? You're leading us astray. Nah, that wasn't the point. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I wouldn't care if Pornhub fell off the internet in the next 5 minutes. It would be for the betterment of mankind. However, I also am very hesitant when it comes to bans and blocks and stuff like that. How much is access to underage kids an issue that they need to block an entire industry, an entire business, I should say, because Pornhub's just one. Again, in some ways, you've got my logical mind here, and you've got my personal opinion mind, and not a fan. But I'm even less of a fan of stepping in the way of legitimate business and legal business. Hey, you don't have to like it. I damn well don't like it. But there's an industry for it. It is what it is. It involves the world's latest or oldest profession, right? It is what it is. We don't have to like it. It's not about that. And I don't know if I'm talking to you or talking to me. I can guarantee you, at least me. I have to keep telling myself this because there are some things I am very much against. And yeah, this is one of them. That's why when people came out with, their attitude against me about the whole trans thing and all that stuff it's kind of separate from trans, you dress up like a woman, whatever, the drag stuff. I don't like any of it. So to say I'm just singling out, the trans people or singling out the fake dress up people, you'd have to say I single out the whole entire porn industry as well, as long as the entire adult entertainment industry, all of it, whether it be shitty holes in the rat holes in the wall that you go to have somebody stanky ass put in your face, or you're sitting at home with a box of Kleenexes, whatever. I'm not a fan of any of it, and we need to be self accountable. We need to do better. That's just a fact. But I'm not again. It's a legitimate business, like it or not, and I don't think they should be allowed to do this. This is a slippery slope, folks. This is a slippery slope. I always warn to watch out for stuff like this, and they will work at it with both sides, right? That's how they do it. That way they get both sides, because that's typically what they're playing against one another. They work it so that they get, at some point or another, they will have both sides wanting it. Maybe not at the same time. They don't need that. They didn't need that for a little bump in the arm, did they? When that thing first came out on, I don't know quite on the market yet, but close or something like that, you had red team, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And blue team's like, no, 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 no. And what do you know? We change presidents and it flips. For the most part. Red team's like, oh, hell no. And blue team's like, oh, you got to do it now. Right? But the truth of the matter is, when it came to red team, you already had a fair amount of them that were warmed up to the idea. So, when it came to that thing in the arm, it really wasn't split down political aisle. Had a lot more red team members taking a part in it than what they would have had it just been a blue team idea. That's what they do. It's what they do. Going all the way back to the defense of the man that didn't want to bake the cake, right? Going all the way back to that. And now they're flipping these things to get everybody against freedom, basically. It's what they're doing. They're pitting everyone, both sides of the aisle, against freedom. That I have to say no to. Even more so than whatever you want to call this smut. But that's why I wanted to bring this up. Not anything more. I think it's important that we were very clear about our direction in this country. This is a very slippery slope. And while there are some instances I absolutely believe that they should be allowed to block different platforms and stuff, I do think that TikTok needs to be blocked. Absolutely. Because it's nothing but trash for our kids. But that's just it. TikTok is kind of aimed at kids. Alright? Where Pornhub's not supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? Pornhub's not supposed to be. And in fact, you're supposed to be a legal adult to access Pornhub and all that stuff. Not TikTok. TikTok's different. TikTok has the ability to cause a hell of a lot more damage than Pornhub. So is it different? Is me supporting a ban for TikTok different than supporting a ban for Pornhub? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's the intent. Pornhub, at least on the surface, intends to give legal adults adult entertainment. There's a lot wrong with that, but in and of itself, there's nothing wrong with that. However, when it comes to something like TikTok, that the intent is to be a social media network that has a pretty good youth basis or base to it, and I don't even know, it's kind of geared towards youth, if you will. The demographic is certainly pointed toward youth. And that is a major, major, major danger. Just keep an eye on this, because I think you're going to start to see a lot more of this happen. And then, all those channels, including us, even though we really don't do it very often. But I do tell you, if, we're not here and we're supposed to be here, go to the website, because I'll put it on the home pages of the website, right? Because YouTube can't stop me from putting it on the home page of my website. However, if we allow this nonsense to go on, the state can. That's where this is going, ladies and gentlemen. That's where this is going. They're masquerading it as they're trying to do the right thing to save children from the porn industry. That's not what they're doing. They're normalizing the idea that now states can just now willy-nilly ban any website they want. That's the slippery slope, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to go down. I have a feeling we're taking our first step. This is probably the most underestimated news of the day. Right here. A lot of people won't put those dots together. So anyway, shifting gears a little bit from sticking it in one thing to sticking it in another. Ukraine is up to... Maybe it wouldn't be a good idea for me to do the news in VR and be able to throw stuff up on the screen. I might get a little carried away. And I think I might actually do it, be able to set it up, to where others that had VR headsets could actually watch me in VR do VR news. I'm pretty sure. That would be real cool. Alright, bad weather delaying counteroffensive in Ukraine. Well, I guess so. I mean, it's raining missiles, so, yeah. I about died when I saw this. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it is. It's not that your troops and your equipment are getting the shit blown out of them. No, that has nothing to do with it. It's bad weather. Article says Ukraine is holding off on its long-touted counteroffensive against Russia because it currently cannot use Western-provided armor due to bad weather, Kiev's ambassador to the UK has claimed. Obviously, the weather is not allowing so far the heavy tanks to move in the Ukrainian usual spring mud, Vadim Pristakio told Sky News on Tuesday. The comments mirrored those made last week by Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov, who stated that Ukrainian forces were broadly ready for the push against Russia but needed God's will, the weather, and a decision of commanders. The U.S. and its allies have sent dozens of main battle tanks and hundreds of armored vehicles to Ukraine to bolster the expected counteroffensive, while Western officials have argued that Kiev has all it needs for a successful operation. Behind closed doors, the American military has reportedly expressed doubts about Ukraine's ability to break through Russian defensive lines. Multiple Western media reports have suggested that the counteroffensive could be a decisive move of the conflict, and that Kiev may find it difficult to secure further packages of military assistance unless it gains significant ground. Senior Ukrainian officials have rejected this, urging continued support regardless of the outcome. Yeah, we should get just non-stop trophies is what we should get. Just non-stop. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Zelensky just needs another photo shoot. That's probably it. Needs another photo shoot. It'll be all good. Another, maybe. Oh, dude, I didn't even think about this. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe the answer is to have Zelensky replace that he/she thing for Bud Light and yeah, maybe not. Probably wouldn't hurt him anymore, though. Can you see that? Zelensky for Maybelline putting on Zelensky putting on makeup, lipstick, in his little camouflage pants. That'd be hilarious. Top U.S. general predicts Ukraine conflict duration. Yeah, I know, that's the sad thing. I can totally see it. And this is the other cat, by the way, that I could see putting on some Maybelline. This Mark Milley character. I could totally see him with bright red lipstick and high heels. Anyway, U.S. has helped train and equip the Ukrainian military for the upcoming operations, whether offensive or defensive, but the fighting is unlikely to produce a clear winner in 2023. General Mark Milley, the chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff, has told the outlet Foreign Affairs on a podcast that aired on Tuesday. So that's really about what I wanted to tell you, because as you know, I've been going quite a bit far against that notion by saying that I think it's going to be over in the fall, by the fall or in the fall. I think it's going to be done. Yeah, I could be way wrong. I could be way wrong. But that's what Mark Milley is thinking. He's thinking that it's going to be, a couple years possibly. So that's that, I guess. However, things aren't going well for Ukraine, and they haven't been going well for Ukraine. It's been a little messed up, and I have a feeling, I don't even think Putin has started his offensive, if you will. I think he's about to. I think that these attacks, these recent attacks, is leading up to his offensive, but I don't think we're there yet. I think we'll know it. I think we'll damn well know when we're there, when he does it, because I think it'll be done very quickly, very clearly, and it will be an intentional wake-up call. That's what I see coming. That is honestly what I see coming. Anyway, here it says, let's see, Russian forces have shot down 3 Ukrainian warplanes in a single day, the Ministry of Defense in Moscow said on Tuesday. The ministry claimed that air defense systems had destroyed 2 Soviet-era MiG-29 fighter jets over Russia's Donetsk People's Republic and Kherson region, where a Ukrainian Su-25 close support aircraft was also brought down. The Russian military also intercepted 8 U.S.-made high-mobility artillery rocket systems, HIMARS missiles, and disabled 6 Ukrainian drones, the ministry added. Russian forces have, according to the ministry, destroyed a total of 416 warplanes, 230 helicopters, and almost 4,000 unmanned aerial vehicles since the start of the conflict with Kiev in February of last year. While sustaining losses, Ukraine has received a number of Soviet-era MiG-29 jets from its western backers, most notably Slovakia and Poland. The two countries have pledged to support Kiev with around 24 jets, with the first deliveries already beginning to arrive. Ukraine has on numerous occasions called for its allies to deliver modern warplanes such as F-16s, although its requests have thus far not been granted. So, and the thing is, that's why I don't understand the people that think Ukraine stands a chance, okay? Because if you don't have air superiority, you ain't got nothing. And they don't even remotely have air superiority. Not even a little bit. Like I say, this is, as far as Putin and Ukraine is concerned, it's like a cat just batting at its mouse, just playing. That's what's going on. I heard, and I haven't seen the video. I haven't, looked for it. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the video here. They were talking, I bet this is it right here. I haven't even seen it. I'm going to watch it right now with you. Let me see if there's audio or something. Yeah. I'm thinking I have to be on Telegram or something to have the audio of it. Man. I would love to have that audio. I wonder if I could bring that up. I just want to do it on the... Hang on, I'm trying to see here. That's like 1:18. I think I'm on his Telegram page here, but I gotta find the post. Don't think that's it. No, I'm not hearing audio there either. Yeah, I don't.
Вот наша рубрика.
Okay, so I've got audio if I find the right post. Hang on. Now that I got this open, let me click on this again and see if I can somehow... Oh, wait. That might be where I needed to go. Yeah! Okay, cool. We're there. Sorry. Did it not have audio? Did I just do all of that for nothing? Hang on. Let me click view in channel. I have no idea what that means. Maybe I am viewing it in channel. I know nothing about this damn platform. Maybe there's no audio? Question mark? That's a big damned explosion though, I'll tell you that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I heard comment about it, and I didn't know. I hadn't seen it myself, and I didn't know just how nasty it looked. That was a significant explosion, I can tell you that. Ooh, yay, finally. I'll have to in a moment here, I'll have to get up for a second. So, been waiting for an Amazon delivery, and, well, tonight it's being extra late. Alright, so we discussed that. And we were talking about that. Oh, no, we weren't. I brought that up. And this is where we are. We'll get it straight. Half of Europe wants better ties with Russia, says Polish deputy PM. Now, we just talked about Poland a moment ago, and I was talking about them giving Ukraine fighter jets and stuff like that. So I want you to pay attention, because like I've been saying for a little while now, you're going to see different countries that were formerly known to be allied to us. You're going to start seeing them jump ship for multiple reasons. For one, the US dollar is done, and there's a lot of people that know it. Plain and simple. Two, those folks over there in the EU and the UK rely on Russian energy, and they have for some time now. So to think that they're going to further their own crisis more over US's bullshit motives, I think you're going to see them start to kind of, well, they already have started to fall away, but I think you're going to see it even with countries that you never imagined would ever jump ship. You're going to see it happen in a hurry, especially when the US dollar goes. That's when most are going to jump ship real quick. Because let's face it, that's why a lot of nations want us, is for money, because we've been very prosperous, very prosperous. To the point, that we've reached a level to where it has been very prosperous for them. They're about ready to take us under, but it's been very damn prosperous for them, has it not? So, yeah, I would say half of Europe, easily, if not most of Europe, is going to want better ties before winter. Same with UK. Just is what it is. Dollar being gradually abandoned, says IMF boss, what I was just talking about. The managing director of the International Monetary Fund has said the U.S. dollar is gradually losing its status as the world's main reserve currency. Speaking on Monday, Kristalina Georgieva noted that there is no viable alternative among global currencies to replace the greenback in the near future. There has been a gradual shift away from the dollar. It was 70% of reserves, now it's slightly under 60%, Georgieva stated at the 2023 Milken Institute Global Conference in Beverly Hills, California. According to the IMF chief, the euro can be viewed as the biggest competitor to the dollar, while the British pound, the Japanese yen, and the Chinese yuan play a very modest role. She stressed that the leading factor for trust in the currency of this or that country is the strength of its economy and the depth on its capital markets. And if you are thinking of an alternative in a world in which we may migrate to central bank digital currencies massively, and there I don't see an alternative. I don't see it coming anytime soon, Georgieva said. So that's where I get concerned. That's where I get concerned. Because if you don't think the IMF is absolutely behind a global currency and a digital currency, well, you're pretty damn foolish. And I think she's trying to give people a quick fake. I don't see it coming anytime soon. I do, and I'll damn well bet she does too. we can't startle the people. U.S. could default by next month, says the Treasury. Hey, don't we go through this bullshit like every year? Like, really? It may not be every year, but every damn time it comes up, it's always the same damn battle. And hey, years ago, I mean, you could mark it on your calendars. Years ago, here, this town, they would, the school anyway, would say that, oh, we got to redo the parking lot every year. And it's because they had to spend the money. In order to get that money, they had to spend that money. And so I swear, like, there was a period of time, like, every damn year, they were redoing the parking lot. And when I say the parking lot, I mean the student parking lot, the teacher parking lot. Like, every damn year. And it didn't need it. But that's how they were able to spend money and be able to keep getting money because, well, look, we needed this much this year, you know. Now, mind you, they also did all the other things like, oh, yeah, if we don't sign our souls over in blood, then we won't be able to, you know, we might not be able to keep the football stadium open this year, and, well, we don't know where the high school kids will play then, and our town was big about pulling that kind of nonsense, threatening the sports, you know, because it worked well here. The very, very, this town's very attached to its school sports, very, very much so. So, yeah, that's all I had to do, man. And everybody was like, let me sign the dotted line. Just let me take my arm. I know, my dad would always bitch about it. And I get it, you know. I bitched about it, too. I thought it was stupid. Meanwhile, they're getting rid of important classes and curriculums and stuff like that. They're getting rid of really important stuff and worried about keeping their fucking stadium updated. You know, that rubbed me wrong. Thought I was there to learn. I know, I'm a weirdo, right? I accept it. It's good. German men deported from Russia for LGBTQ propaganda. So next time your little purpley-haired neighbor or whatever gets all upset because of, I don't know, you won't, whatever. Just remind them. There are other nations on this planet that they think we're being oppressive and offensive and hateful here. Well, maybe they should visit some of these other places. See how that works out. Because all you have to do in Russia is in any way promote it at all, and you're done. Putin has been very clear about this, and there are others in the Russian government that have been very clear about this. This is one thing that I absolutely support Putin's mindset on. Absolutely. He gets it. He sees it. I'm not a fan of his. I don't know the man. I don't know. I can't vouch for somebody I don't know a damn thing about. But I can agree with stances on things, and I absolutely agree with his stance on this. Don't even let it start. Don't even let it start. If anybody has been proof of that, it's the West. Don't even let it start. And I was the guy, and the very early on thing of, hey, you know, let people do their thing, you know, and I'm still that way. Let people do their thing, and I think that's the way it should be. Let people do their thing. But that's not good enough for these people. And so if that's not good enough, and that it's something that's going to have to be pushed to our kids and the school systems and everything else, then the answer is no. 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 That simple. Nancy Reagan had it right. Just say no. Absolutely. That's what Putin's done. That's how it needs to be dealt with. It's one thing if it's a personal choice, but when you go and you're pushing it and you're indoctrinating it and everything else, that's no longer a personal choice. Fun times. While we're here to the headline things, I reckon I can read them and weep. No, I'm kidding. Read them and take myself out. No, not in that kind of way. I'm not sad. I'm not depressed. And I haven't pissed off Hillary that bad yet. I got to take the trash out. So, you hear that? Can you calm down about it? She's been up my ass today. She's up my ass on trash day until I take out the trash. So I make her little OCD ass wait all day long until after the news show, because you know what she's going to do? I'm going to go in there after the trash is out, after all the lights are shut off. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to lay down in bed and I'm going to get nice and comfortable. Now, mind you, this is after letting her out to go potty before I lay down. Now I'm going to go down in the bedroom, I'm going to lay down in bed, and I'm going to get nice and comfortable. I'm going to be watching whatever documentary or whatever I have on. And she's going to come into the room with a shit-eating grin on her face and the tail wagging a mile a minute. Dad, I need to go out every damn night. And the entire time, she's waiting to get her harness put on and put out the door. Her tail's wagging like mad. Her smile so damn big on her face. And it's her game that she plays with me, the shithead. So, this is payback. Don't feel sorry one damn bit for that dog. This is payback. I love that dog. Oh, my goodness. I have never had a dog that's as smart as that, that's as conscious as that. She's just amazing, absolutely amazing. I if I didn't live it, I wouldn't believe it. If you told me about some of the things that she does, I wouldn't believe you. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't believe you, not for a second. Not for a second. She knows time. She knows time. She takes Benadryl because she suffers from allergies and she itches and stuff like that. So she takes Benadryl. She gets it 3 times a day. And she knows what time her medicine, she comes to me. She comes to me, and some days she gets it with cheese. So some days she comes and hits me up early. But you can tell by just the way she does it that she knows it's not time. But she'll try almost every time before she goes outside. She'll try to con a treat out of us or something, some kind of a snack. So you got to understand, we're dealing with an actual human child here that just appears to be a dog. Let's see. Alright, this was actually, I saw this and I laughed. And I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't, but it did. And it is what it is. Vice Media to file for bankruptcy, says New York Times. Oh, yes! Russia redirecting oil away from EU, says an official. South Korea touts upgraded military ties with the U.S. More British elderly can't afford to retire, says research. Germany explains limits imposed on Ukraine. Let's see. Over 100 police officers injured during French Labor Day protests. Poland reveals plans to make Russia pay for World War II. Good luck with that. German media shares details of NATO-Ukraine talks. Russian fashion designer dies just days after passing a fellow icon. Russia estimates Kiev's latest casualties. By the way, the entertainment one, I don't know why I threw that in there. I did notice that's what it was. A dollar being gradually abandoned. Oh, I covered that. One killed in Israeli missile strike, says Syria. Hollywood writers go on strike. Good. U.S. could default. Oh, I read that one. Tech giant could replace workers with AI, says Bloomberg. You want to replace me with AI? That would be cool, right? I'll sit back and I'll watch myself. How's that work? Let's see. German man. Oh, I covered that. Tinder swipes left on Russia. You're probably better off, Russia. Russian oil exports to India reach milestone. Bomb blast injures top police official in Russian city, says authorities. Let's see. Unlicensed Stephen King book goes on sale in Russia. Take that, Stephen King. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Seriously, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to nuke Russia over a Stephen King book? I mean, really? I mean, are they that interested in making The Stand a documentary? I don't know. Adidas sued over Kanye West. I would probably sue Kanye too. Or Adidas. I don't know. 1 second. I have to grab something. Okay, sorry about that. Christmas. Ooh, that's pretty. Jen's new cup. So she needed something for like coffee and tea that wouldn't like stain and get all crappy, so but yet at the same time something we could get in and clean. You know how a lot of the bottles have small mouths on them, so they're kind of hard to get in and clean. So that is going to be a perfect solution for her. A nice little flip top and all that. So, and if that's not enough, she can take this cap off and guzzle. So I thought this was a really, really cool little bottle, so I think she'll like it. And it's got purple. And this, I've been waiting to see this because this is going to tell me the exact size of the screen on the phone I'm getting. Because they only tell you like the diagonal screen size or whatever. That doesn't tell me jack shit. Because some of the screens are real narrow, some of them's not. So I'm getting an S20 Plus. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good size, I think. Sweet. That works. That works. I'm not one that worries about getting latest, greatest, or anything like that. I just want something that works good. And I figured that sounded about perfect for my needs. And this I want to deal with immediately because it's been driving me nuts ever since I got the damn thing. Right, now I gotta know how to use it. That looks easy enough. Boy, you gotta really crank in that headset, though. Maybe they store upside down. I'm thinking they store upside down. I don't know. I know I'm supposed to be doing a show. Give me just a second. I guess that's how they go. Alright, sorry about that, but now I feel mucho bettero, cause, oh shit, hang on. I just heard it boot up. Oh crap, hang on. Come on, give me my little finger thingies. Give it to me. Oh, cause this is moving. Hang on. Now, give me my hands. Give 'em. Give me my hands. Really? Hang on. Let me try to at least get one trigger over there. Now I gotta find my. Okay, let's hope I don't hear it again. If I do, I'm gonna scream. Not yet, I think we're good. Oh, let me shut the light off. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm an OCD kind of person when it comes to taking care of my stuff. And I haven't had that case since I've had it, and it has been driving me up a wall. Oh, that goes for your cup. Anyway, let me continue where I left off. Sorry about that, but like I said, I wanted to get that taken care of. I even know where I was. Imagine that. I see it. Let's see. Kremlin rejects claims of grain deal progress. Oliver Stone reveals media diet. Half of Europe wants better ties with Russia. Oh, wait, I covered that one. Loneliness is a profound health threat, U.S. Surgeon General warns. Turkey announces major oil discovery. Support for Ukraine depends on counteroffensive, says top U.S. Republican. Finland mulls allowing U.S. troops, says media. Sabotage derails another train in Russia. House Republicans expand Biden administration censorship probe. Germany to further liberalize immigration. Let's see. UK royal residents targeted ahead of coronation. And lastly, Kiev-backed Orthodox Church to switch Christmas date. Thought that was kind of interesting. I didn't actually look at the article or anything. I don't know. Oh. Possibly celebrating it on the 25th, like, say, the United States does, instead of January 7th. Both of which would be wrong, but nonetheless. Huh. Interesting. Anywho, that's really all I got. Can't think of much of anything else. Ready to get my trash out and get to bed. So maybe tomorrow I'll get up early and start doing some flight simming in the morning. So I'm not going to, like I say, redo my computer till the rudder pedals and all of that gets here, and I've got everything here, and I've got my monitors back up the way I want them and all of that. Then I will redo my Windows and get everything set up, because there are things I am OCD about, and when it comes to getting my Windows set up on my computer and all that, I'm very particular about how I do it, because after all these years I know a thing or two, and I can keep this machine running like a top for the most part by being OCD about those things. So I can't wait to get Windows back on a solid state drive, man. I never in a million years would have guessed that difference between a hard disk drive, a regular disk drive, physical disk drive, and a solid state drive. Holy cow. I'm talking about boot up. Holy cow. Less than a minute with an SSD, I'm booted. And like sitting on my desktop, ready to go. Less than a minute. It's amazing. It blows my mind. On a regular hard drive, a physical hard drive, 4 or 5 minutes before I'm like booted up and without lag opening windows and stuff like that. Yeah, probably about 4 or 5 minutes. It's just insane, the difference. So I will be so glad to get Windows back on an SSD. And I'm sure since Windows is on an SSD, that's still slowing me down for the flight simulator. Even though the flight simulator is on an SSD, it still has to play through Windows, which isn't. So I'm sure that by getting Windows back on an SSD, it will speed up, it'll improve my flight sim as well. So can't wait. But I want everything here so I can do everything fresh from a clean Windows install with all my peripherals and all that stuff just set up the way it should be. So my phone will be here so I can get the Quest set up all on it just like I need to and all of that stuff. So I've been kind of waiting on doing a lot of that stuff because I don't like redoing stuff over and over and over. So, but anywho, bunch of toys to play with. That's pretty much what it amounts to. I don't say this kind of stuff very often, but damn it, I deserve it. I deserve it. I have spent a lot of time and a lot of effort in the furtherance of others, especially after things would go sideways. I'm going to take a little bit of time for myself, and I'm going to relax. I'm going to just enjoy life for a little bit. Because I have a feeling this cliff is here. It's right in front of us. And I really think when it comes to this kind of stuff, it's kind of a now or never kind of thing. You either go, put your toes in the water and check it out, or may never get the chance again. So, gonna take that opportunity. So, anyway, I am out of here. I appreciate everybody coming. God willing, I'll be back tomorrow to do a bunch of more nonsense, and we'll do it again. So I appreciate you coming. Hope to see you tomorrow. As always, God bless you. We love you. Be one with your spirit, and shalom.